Reason why Canada is allowing more immigrants, and it's shocking. So, I don't know if you guys have read the news as of late, but immigration is at an all-time high within our country. And many of you ask yourself, why is that? Well, there's talk of a potential population collapse. So allowing immigrants in is one way to counteract that. Not only that, we also need a workforce. And what has happened, and I'm going to use this as a prime example. So when my father first came here to Canada in the 1940s, he was an immigrant, came here, he worked really, really hard, and then instilled that work ethic in myself. And I'm a Gen Xer, all right? Then the generation after me was millennials. And what happened kind of there was then parents got even a little further ahead in life and maybe got lawn services so kids wouldn't have to cut the grass. Oh, kids needed a car, they leased the car for the kid. Oh, the kid wants an Xbox, which I had to save my money to get an Xbox. Parents buy them an Xbox, all right? So with that being said, we've kind of washed away the work ethic as our generations have continued to grow within our country, our younger generations, because what our parents came here to do was create a great life for us, which they did. And we've created great lives for our children because of our parents. And we've actually created future lazy generations. So what immigration does is brings in other citizens to our country who therefore will work jobs that our younger generation will not, such as working at Tim Hortons, working at McDonald's, cutting grass, etc. These are jobs our kids won't work, and we need people to fill these jobs. So one thing is it's workforce. The other part of immigration is to keep the country running, to prevent us from this potential population collapse. And what it does, it creates growth as well. And with growth creates jobs. We need more housing. We need more roads. We need more services. So therefore, growing our population grows jobs and opportunities for people in our country to build wealth yet again. So moving forward, what you need to know and what the government is doing is that through 2023 to 2025, Canada aims to welcome 410,000 to 505,000 new permanent residents in 2023 and 430,000 to 542,000 in 2024. And then yet another 550,000 approximately by 2025. That is a massive amount of people coming to our country. Not to mention, I did hear this, and I'm not going to say it's a true fact, but I did hear that we broke a record by having over 1 million immigrants come to our country last year when they anticipated only $500,000 to $550,000. So these stats that I even have mentioned could be superseded with even higher levels. And Shawn DeLaat, being the real estate agent, always thinks of what's that going to do for our future Canadians with affordability. And that is going to make it very, very challenging. Now, some people look at a lot of negatives as far as this immigration and immigration growth, but there is a lot of positives to it as well. Now, one thing is Canada is a very, very young country compared to the rest of the world. If you look at France, England, Germany, they have had immigrants move to their countries and created such high density that they have experienced this housing issue that we're facing in Canada right now far, far before us, right? But this immigration piece is very good because what it does is creates growth, and then it creates growth across the country. So as a young Canadian and myself growing up here in Niagara, I grew up in Niagara, I live in Niagara, I work in Niagara, I never moved away. Well, now Canadians are going to have to move across our country, which is very, very good. And I use the United States, and this is a prime example. Look at Detroit, Michigan, okay? I believe the population of Detroit in the heyday when the Motor City was rocking and rolling was approximately 2 million people, okay? Don't hold me to that exact quote, but just it's a number for an understanding. 2 million people. Now the population of Detroit is roughly around 700,000 people. Where did 1.3 million people go from Detroit? They spread across the country very easily and seamlessly. Americans have done this for the decades and decades and decades. Work in Baltimore, lose your job in Baltimore, move across to Tallahassee, Florida. That's just the way it went. Canada, we did not. We always had the luxury to work where we live. But now with population growth and affordability becoming a challenge, it has caused us to spread our wings and look at different areas of our country to live, such as out east. Numerous people are leaving Niagara to move out east. 2 reasons, partly affordability, and in all honesty, some aren't down with the new ethnicity within the communities. I find ethnicity and culture is great. You got to remember, back in the day, numerous European backgrounds came. They all got along. We all got to get along to live. So anyways, that I look at as a positive. You may disagree. Would love to hear your comments. But anyways, that is a positive, and this growth across our country is a positive as well. Well, thank you for listening on my thoughts about immigration, the positives and the negative aspects. Again, please comment down below with your thoughts. Would love to hear whether it's positive or negative. Want to understand what's going on out there. So again, please comment and give us a big thumbs up.